Yo, this is Don Mondo with another announcement of the day. Just outside before winter starts and the snow starts, so trying to get the most exposure out here with the beautiful weather, nice little breeze before the snow gets here, and then all the videos will be made inside. But anyways, this is the announcement of the day, another one with Don Mondo. And we're going to talk about sports this time. Okay, enough of the election, enough of the Donald Trump and what's going on in the world. I mean, election's over. Donald Trump won by landslide, beat everybody. You know, he took over all the popular votes, so it is what it is. All you guys crying and fussing about it. I'm gonna do a little trick here. I'm gonna play the world's smallest violin. It's the smallest violin for all you guys that don't like Donald Trump. So all your sadness. Nobody cares. He's the president. Get over it. So 4 years. We're going to see what he has, you know. I mean, I'm not a huge Donald Trump supporter, but I feel like we got a powerhouse to back us up. I feel like, you know, there's backup. There's Elon Musk. There's a lot of powerful people backing this guy up. So I feel more protected than Kamala with Biden. Biden's sleeping all day. Kamala doesn't know what she's doing. She invested $1 billion to try to get her elected as president. She wasted $1 billion. And that's paying $10 million to Beyonce, $5 million to Oprah, $6 million here. She doesn't know what she's doing. So automatically, pretend this is a business, right? So she ran her first business. Okay? Yeah, and that is the world's smallest violin for you guys that love Kamala. But anyways, if this was a business transaction, if this was a business and she's running a business, she invested close to $1 billion, and she lost all her money. She's bankrupt. She owes people money, and she didn't get elected. When Donald Trump, he barely spent $100 million or even $10 million. He spent less than what he spent the other time running against Biden. So, anyways, this just shows that she doesn't know what she's doing with business. This woman has no idea. And lying about working at McDonald's? Who lies about working at McDonald's? Like, that's just beyond crazy. But anyways, that's over with. You got to deal with it, guys. Get over it. It is what it is. He's president, and he's got some powerful people backing him up. You should have seen what happened. This is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the UFC. I watch UFC. I watch NBA, and some of you guys talk to me about stuff that you want me to talk about. I got some ideas, some views, and a lot of things, you know. So tell me what you want me to speak about, and I'll talk to you guys about it. I'm gonna start inviting some people onto this, and we're gonna get things going. We're gonna get some views from other people, and trying to grow up the channel and make it big. So this is how you start, you know. Start from the bottom. Now we're here. Hopefully that happens. But anyways, that's what I want to speak about. The UFC. That's what I want to talk about today for the announcement of the day. And you saw what happened. Donald Trump showed up at the UFC, and it was crazy. It was madness. Everybody got up, and they were cheering and screaming his name. And if people didn't like him and nobody cares about the guy, then how come he got all the popular votes? He took the world by a landslide, and everybody got up on their feet on UFC and was cheering the guy on, and everybody was backing him up. So anyways, enough of Donald Trump. But I did like Jon Jones' little Donald Trump dance. You know, the little so he killed it with the the Donald Trump dance at the very end, which I thought was something special, you know. And then giving Donald Trump the UFC heavyweight belt when he won, that's just magical. And you know, I'm happy for Jon Jones. I'm happy for everything that he's accomplished, and he deserves it. You know, they're all saying Stipe. What's Stipe, man? The guy, we can't even say he's old, because that's what everybody's gonna say. Oh, Stipe was old. If Stipe was younger, he would have beat Jon Jones. Listen, if Stipe put up a match, if he made it challenging in some way, then yeah, we could say that. It wasn't even challenging at all. Jon Jones was taking advantage of him. Whatever Jon Jones wanted to do, Jon Jones did that day. It was that easy. He was doing spinning back kicks, which he hit him. Not the liver, because the liver's on the other side, but he hit him to the point that it made friction towards his liver, and he probably cracked some of his ribs as well. So, like I said, Jon Jones, a powerhouse. You cannot say he's not the best fighter. I think the best fighter that's ever born. And if somebody doesn't believe that, or is tired of the shit, then why don't you go to the UFC and fight the guy? Go to the UFC and fight the guy and see what you're about. See if you can handle Jon Jones. Dude, the guy's a heavyweight, finishing off people with a spinning back kick that he just learned. He watches videos days for days and just examining every move that a person does and how he can break the person down. So everybody's talking about Aspinal. Dude, I'm still confused here. I'm very confused, and I would like for somebody to answer my questions below. Who is Aspinal? Like, I understand he beat a few people, but he didn't beat anybody special. Like, where's this Aspinal just because he won the intern championship? Because Francis Ngannou left, so Francis left. Kane Khan, the French guy, he's new. He's never been a fighter before. He got tapped out by Jon Jones in like 10 seconds. So, like, who has Stipe beat to the point that everybody is like, oh, he's got to go get Stipe. He's got to go against Stipe. Now, the point that Jon Jones wants to fight Alex Pereira, I don't know. I think that's a little mismatch, because we all know what's going to happen there. It's going to be a little bit up top, you know. Once Jon Jones gets clipped by Alex and he finds out how hard of a hitter Alex is, then all he's going to do is, take Alex to the ground. And once he takes Alex to the ground, he's going to tap him out, just the way he did with Cyril Khan. So simple as that. It's going to be an easy matchup. It's going to be, dude, you didn't see what he did with Stipe? He didn't even wrestle him. He didn't even pick him up and slam him. He didn't do nothing. He literally just tripped him backwards, just by force, by strength, and by strategy, a little bit of strategy, tripped him from the back and flipped the guy. Like, come on. And this is a heavyweight that weighs 250. Heavyweight weighing 250, probably heavier when the fight started, because he was eating while he was doing his little interviews. He was eating food, so he was munching down, trying to get as heavy as he can, because he thought being heavy was going to beat Jon Jones. Jon Jones did a little trip, and flipped the guy backwards. That's insane. That's madness. So if you think that Pereira has a chance after what he just did with Stipe, forget about it, man. I mean, everybody's saying that the downfall of Alex Pereira is going to be a wrestler. Well, do you want to see Alex Pereira lose and then nobody having his back, and then everybody's saying, oh, that chapter's done, and nobody cares about Alex anymore? All that's going to happen is he's going to wrestle him to the ground and tap him out. That's it. It's not going to be maybe first round, second round, third. He can choose what round he wants to take Pereira to the ground, which is going to be easy, and tap him out. There's no match there. It's an uneven match. It's boring. It's going to be a boring fight. So that's basically what's going to happen with that matchup. So I don't know why people are so excited that they're like, oh, we got to see Alex and Jon Jones, the greatest fighter of all time. I mean, if Izzy can beat Alex, and there's a couple other fighters that got close, then come on, that's not a matchup. Aspinal being the only guy that's close in the UFC that has a chance of beating Jon Jones, okay, I can see that happening, but nobody's answering my question. Who is Aspinal? Who has he fought? Can somebody answer my question? Who has he fought that hasn't qualified enough? I mean, Alex is different. He got 2 titles right away. The only thing Stipe has, or not Stipe, what's his name? Aspinal. The only thing Aspinal has ever won, has ever accomplished, is an intern champion, a fake belt. He won a fake belt. So you want a fake belt versus a 2-time champ that won belts in 2 divisions. At least Alex has belts in 2 divisions. He could have a hitter's chance. He could catch Jon Jones in the chin. He could be that powerful to the point that he knocks Jon Jones out. And there you go. If you look at the charts, if you look at the matchup, I'm still confused and why everybody's so excited to see Aspinall versus Jon Jones. That's not even a match. That's nothing. There's nothing to accomplish there. Like, what is he going to accomplish? Oh, you beat another heavyweight? Congratulations, you beat another heavyweight. The only biggest fight for Jon Jones is not even Francis Ngannou. Stipe beat Francis Ngannou when he was younger. You guys can say whatever you want. Francis Ngannou got beat by Stipe. First time Jon Jones beat Stipe, he won. Anytime he beat Stipe, he figured the guy out. The guy is soft in the body and can get taken down pretty easy and doesn't like taking elbows to the face. So it doesn't matter. He figured him out. It's done. He can fight Stipe 10 times. He will win 9. One time will be something stupid that Jon Jones will do to get him rejected from the fight. That's basically it. So, anyways, man, everybody's out there saying Aspinall. We need to see Aspinall. For what? It's an easy matchup. It's going to be probably an easier fight than Stipe, to be honest with you. Why doesn't Aspinall go fight Stipe? Why doesn't Aspinall go fight Khan? Why doesn't he go fight those people? Once he goes fights those people and he wins, then we'll say, okay, Jon Jones versus Aspinall for the championship. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point? I mean, he's completely right. The guy's goofy. Jon Jones is older. He doesn't want to play these little stupid duck games that he's playing, duck, goose. That's what he's playing. Is that how he's going to get the greatest of all time, duck, goose? This is the same thing as Stephen Curry saying, Michael Jordan, I want to see you one-on-one. Duck, goose, duck, goose. Let's play duck, goose to try to get Michael Jordan to go play him on a one-on-one match. Like, come on, bro. This is ridiculous, okay? Let's look it up because I don't even care for the guy. I've watched all of his fights to the point that I thought, like, he's good. He's agile. He can move fast. He's quick. He has good takedown. He has doesn't have good jiu-jitsu. He has decent wrestling. He has, I mean, you can see why Aspinall, just because he's bigger and stronger, but so is Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou is bigger and stronger. Doesn't mean you're bigger and stronger. So was Stipe. Stipe was bigger and stronger, and you saw what happened with him. He just did a kickback fillet, boom, right to the ground. Slammed it right to the floor because he's bigger and stronger, 250 pounds. So it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything being stronger and faster and all that stuff. Jon Jones just knows how to break down people. That's it. He knows how to break down people. He knows how to get into people's heads. And I think it happened to Stipe as well. People basically freeze. They freeze. When they face Jon Jones, they freeze up. They get scared in the face. As soon as Jon Jones is like, "You're making me mad. You're talking about my kids. You called me a bitch. You're talking poorly about my children. This is personal." As soon as he said this is personal, you should have seen Stipe's face. He turned into a little baby. He was like, he had his lip go down, like please don't make this personal. Like, Jon Jones, please don't make this personal. I'm just trying to get me a quick little check. I'm trying to feed my kids. I'm trying to get my last little big check from the UFC, and that's it. Let me get this check and let me live another day and call it a night. That's it. As soon as Jon Jones says this is personal, Stipe was crying. He was melting down like a little baby. So people get, like, even Aspinal, he just wants the money. That's it. Everybody's after the money, so they're gonna pull the entertainment trick. So it's all about money. That's all it is. Aspinal's playing the duck goose game, thinking he can get out the legendary Jon Jones by some duck game, and he just wants to get a nice paycheck, and that's it. But once he gets in the ring with Jon Jones, once he sees Jon Jones is really mad because with Stipe it was different, but with Aspinal he's really mad. He really hates Aspinal. He's really Aspinal's really getting on his nerves. So he's gonna take it really serious. And when they're inside the cage and they're staring at each other and they're gonna be looking at each other, Aspinal is gonna break before they even go and shake hands. And before they say fight, Aspinal is gonna crack. He's gonna break. He's gonna not know what to do with the guy. He's gonna freeze up, and that's it. So forget about it. Whatever the MMA Gyro, that half a meatball that just I don't know how he became some famous YouTuber, but MmA Gyro doesn't know anything about sports, and I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know what these people are talking about. That they think that Jon Jones and Aspinal is even a close fight. That's just, it's ridiculous to even speak like that. You're ruining the guy's name. I mean, this is like the Jon Jones is the Mayweather of boxing. That's basically what it is. Everybody just wants to see him take that loss. So they're throwing random names at his face just for him to take a loss. Even if there was another guy named Muhammad Habadullah Badala, you'd be like, Habadullah Badala Muhammad is the strongest of them all. He's a Russian guy from the mountains who's a heavyweight and has destroyed everybody. He's beat 3 people in the UFC. There's no way. You guys are just coming up with random names, just random dumbass names to try to compare to Jon Jones. Jon Jones is a legend. He makes people freeze. People freeze when they're in the cage, okay? How come you didn't keep rushing him? There was a few times I thought Stipe actually had him. I'm like, oh, Stipe is actually doing good. Stipe might have him. And then Stipe just stopped. He kept rushing him and then stopped. He was getting scared. He was getting nervous. He was like, oh, I might catch something, so I might stay back a little bit from this guy. Everybody just talks their game, talks their crap. That's why even I was watching with Ariel Helwani, the guy with the big nose from New York. Anyways, I have respect for him. He's actually smart. He's not stupid. He's better than the MmA Gyro, the Gyro sandwich. He's better than MmA Gyro and all these other guys. At least he has a little bit of knowledge of the sport, and he's been there and he's seen it all. But even he says, if you're fine with him just giving you the belt, because he said that he'd rather just give you the belt and retire, are you okay with that? He said, yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with getting the belt and retiring, and have him just retire. He doesn't want to fight Jon Jones. Come on, guys. He wants the payday, but he doesn't want to fight Jon Jones. He just wants the belt. Right now, the real belt is in Jon Jones. He has a fake belt. He wants the real belt, and that's it. So he's going to do what he's got to do to get the real belt. So he's got to fight Jon Jones, but he doesn't want that fight. He doesn't want that fight. When he was sipping on his drink over there at the match, he looked nervous, man. He looked nervous. He looked shook. He didn't even say anything. He didn't even get aggressive. He didn't say anything at all. He just sat there frozen. Which heavyweight is gonna do a spinning back kick that can barely get in there? He barely got through and got him right into to the side of the stomach, almost to the liver side, which would have been really, really damaging. Maybe has some cracked ribs. We don't know yet. I mean, he won't say anything, of course, because of work and whatnot. But which heavyweight would do that? That's insane. That's ridiculous. Okay, and now you want Aspinal to fight Jon Jones? Dude, he lost to Curtis Blade. His little chicken legs. Aspinal is all up top. He has little chicken legs. Jon Bone Jones, he breaks people's bones. Jon Bone Jones has massive legs, and he's all about kicking. He's gonna kick Aspinal's legs and break them. Okay, if his legs broke because of Curtis Blade, then Jon Jones is gonna break Aspinal's legs. Like, come on, guys. Like, snap out of this. Like, Aspinal, Jon Jones. You just want to see a fight. Okay, if you want to see a fight, then cool. Just see a fight. Let's look it up. Let's look it up, because this is getting a little ridiculous now. This is getting a little ridiculous. Everybody keeps mentioning the guy's name. Nobody's even heard of him. He beat Curtis Blade. That's about it. So we're talking about this Tom Aspinall guy. Tom Aspinall, the greatest heavyweight in the world. That's what everybody's trying to say, huh? Okay, guys, check this out right here, huh? You ready? 15-3 record. 15-3 record, guys. 15-3 record. That means he lost 3 times. Jon Bone Jones has lost 0. One of them was by the worst ref in the world, and he won that fight. That fight was a one. He just did a move that is legal now, but is illegal back then. That's a fight that he won. So he's like 28-0. This guy's 15-3. 15-3. Like, this is ridiculous. He's lost 3 matches already, and you want him to face the biggest legend, the greatest legend of all times? He lost to Curtis Blade. He's lost to a bunch of people, man. Like, let's check out his losses. Losses too. Curtis Blade. Let's see what else we got here. And then I guess whatever. The rest of them is some other UFC fights that I guess it wasn't in the UFC, but some other fights that he had back in the day. But he's lost 3 fights. When Jon Jones lost to nobody. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm just looking over here and I see nothing impressive. I mean, Curtis Blade was his strongest matchup. That's it. Curtis Blade was his strongest matchup. So if you want to see a guy who beat Curtis Blade and beat the other Russian guy or whatever, that one big guy, that one punch knocks people out, but that guy's easy to beat. Just wrestle him to the ground. So I don't know. I don't understand how we can sit here and even talk about this. Anyways,